Affordable housing means a variety of housing options so that everyone can have a reasonable expectation of living in a nice home.
Affordability is a government definition. It's subjective. You can change the amount by changing the definition.
The lack of affordable housing impacts families and homelessness and the needs of the elderly. If you have a full-time job and can't put a roof over your head, then we are doing something very wrong.
I see affordable housing as a short-term issue that will begin to solve itself as the economy and the education quality improves and higher quality jobs are attracted to the area.
Housing that's affordable is considered homes that fall within the 80% area medium income and below. For the Richmond region, that equates to $59,000 for a family of 4. The average starting salary of a teacher, firefighter, or police officer is around $35,000, which equates to 50% of median income. The concept of affordable housing means different things to different people. The housing affordability challenges facing the Metro Richmond area are numerous and complex. Housing shortages, skyrocketing prices, unemployment, and diminishing incomes all have contributed to where the industry stands today, challenged and struggling. Despite the various struggles in affordable housing, there are organizations addressing the problems that exist, from homelessness to home ownership.
I have worked at my church during Caritas Week, and it's very sad to see how many people, including families, are homeless in our area.
Homeward, a regional coordinator of homeless services, attempts to address the problem of homelessness.
If our population doesn't have housing taken care of, all other problems are compounded and hurt all members of the community.
Public housing provides permanent housing and housing choice vouchers that allows a person to select a home of their choice within the Richmond region.
To solve the problem, we need economic incentives to encourage the private sector to build a more mixed-income, mixed-use development. Obsolete zoning regulations are a major problem, but the biggest obstacle is the NIMBY issue.
Much of the private sector in the affordable rental housing arena tends to have lower rents, but there are also concerns about private sector landlords who take advantage of those who are lower income, the condition of the properties, and high utility costs. The condition of the properties also leads to health and safety concerns.
Subsidized housing does not work. Look at Richmond. There are too many giveaway programs.
Subsidized rental housing is affordable quality homes that are provided by organizations using a variety of subsidized housing programs.
If apartments and rental housing are considered affordable, then there is a wide selection in the Richmond region, but not in every jurisdiction.
A critical aspect of the housing market is market rate rental housing. There are for-profit and non-profit entities that are growing this segment. Given the current housing market, rental opportunities are becoming more necessary and sought after by former homeowners and traditional renters. Avenues used by developers include historic tax credits, enterprise zone incentives, and specialized financing, such as VHDA and public and private partnerships.
The problem is not just the availability of affordable housing, but who can utilize that housing. I speak as one who's a teacher, making less than $40,000 a year, and had to move because I made $2,000 too much per year, even though I can't, with the student loans, afford to live on the current economy.
The benefits of homeownership are many. They include neighborhood stability, a positive impact on the education graduation rate, the health of the people, a more stable workforce, and help to stimulate the economy. For-profit, nonprofit, and government agencies provide homeownership opportunities. Organizations such as Southside Community Housing Development Corporation, Better Housing Coalition, RRHA, CRUT, BFE, Elder Homes, Trinity Capital Development, BBP Investments. With the many successful efforts addressing housing issues, the struggle, however, continues. How can the Richmond region tackle the affordable housing dilemma? Leadership Metro Richmond brought together leading housing experts across the spectrum to discuss the challenges and devise a new approach. The team determined that an effective way to confront the challenges is to join forces and create an infrastructure that connects housing providers, policymakers, advocates, and consumers. The connection would result in improved communications among the entities, create opportunity for collaboration and training, and would fill the gaps between the continuum. A 7-point plan of action has been developed to strengthen the ability to address the region's housing dilemma. Organizational mapping will strengthen the connection between service providers, housing providers, and the consumers they serve. Gap analysis will define the need by income and demographic. It will map public funds and develop a housing report card. A housing forum will bring together housing providers, policymakers, and sector funders to develop strategies that will address regional concerns. The results of the gathering could be used as input for the Governor's annual housing forum. Ultimately, it could also be used as a model for other regions throughout the Commonwealth. An advocacy network will convene those that represent developers, consumers, and policymakers. This group will rally around issues that impact housing policies. The focus will be on education. An internet website will house a one-stop shop for information. The emphasis will be on a user-friendly interface where people can find information and services ranging the spectrum of homelessness to homeownership. New approaches and solutions. There is no avenue to access the sponsoring partnerships and revitalizing communities loan program in the Richmond metro area for the building of small developments. Our innovative solution is to facilitate a partnership between the Richmond Redevelopment and Housing Authority and the Virginia Housing Development Authority to allow access to these funds. Leadership Metro Richmond alumni will be encouraged to be involved, especially those who have expertise and influence in the affordable housing arena. A survey was conducted among the alumni that generated their views on affordable housing. Their comments are included throughout the presentation. The survey also identified alumni who are interested in participating in this effort with the hopes to inspire others to join in the work. It's time to raise self-awareness, get involved, and join the momentum.